Hey guys, it's Simply Sustainable Food here, and I just wanted to show you my backyard garden here for a minute. This year things did not go as planned. The weeds have basically gone crazy and taken over everything and killed anything I was growing, so we'll take a look at that for a sec. Alright, so here is the part I'm growing. Have this covered still. That was my kale, but it's all died and bugs have got in it, and I think eaten most of the seed pods too, so now I don't have seeds. But I did plant stuff here. This is pumpkin, and I have some blue Guatemalan blue squash there that still alive, trying to get above the weeds. Another pumpkin, another blue Guatemalan squash over there. My fence has pretty much just been taken over by poison ivy back there. It's crazy. And then I've got 11-foot corn going on right now. That's the only thing that's doing well. I had Brussels sprouts. The weeds have killed them, choked them out. I think that's the last one. Pumpkins are not doing so hot either, but they're still alive. And all my carrots are going to seed. These are all about 4.5 to 5, almost 6 feet tall right now. So I'll have a decent amount of carrot seeds, and I'll probably pull them up and feed them to my friends' goats if they want them. Over here we got the blackberries, which we come out here every other day and pick them. The thorned blackberries are doing a lot better than the thornless. This is a thornless one, and its berries don't taste half as good as the thorned, and they're not nearly as big either. This is the grape I put in last year in the summer, so it's still doing all right. Probably next year or the year after it'll start making actual grapes. Let me get that put up there. And then over here, got some, looks like hay going on. Pumpkin. There's sweet potatoes, pumpkin, sweet potatoes, another blue Guatemalan squash. There's a pecan tree right there. So that's the garden in the back so far. It's pretty much just a mess. I want to find a place that I can get. This is all the poison ivy. And it's coming into the grass, into the yard. It's pretty much everywhere. But I'd love to get just a few cubic yards of mulch, and then lay contractor's paper and cardboard down over this entire area and mulch everything just to kill off all the grass, any of the encroaching poison ivy, and just start over. I think that would be easier than trying to maintain what I'm doing now. I know last year I tilled everything, I sifted it, and then I burned it all, and then I sifted again and burned it all again, and I didn't have a tenth of the weeds I have now. So maybe that was the difference. I let the chickens in here over the summer. I'll probably let them in here soon too. But the weeds this year are just crazy. So let me take you into the front and over in the little square of mulch I have in the back and show you what's going on there. Alright, so this is the mulch. As you can see, I probably need more mulch down. But everything growing in here is still doing well. There's one of our babies. Pretty sure that's a rooster. But not really afraid of anything. I put some kale in here for the chickens so they can eat it during the winter. During the winter they ate it down to pretty much nothing. And it's coming back in the heat, in the Texas heat. I got the sweet potatoes going back in the back, and I planted some in the middle too. They're all doing fine. And then back here, there's I think a peach tree growing, which I don't think I planted. I just probably threw a peach seed out with the compost, and it just started. Got bananas here. I took out a few pups, so now they're just 3. Oh, there's another one coming up right over here. There's a pup coming up. And then I got sunflowers going too. Just wanted to see how they do, just for fun. Yeah, that chicken's probably going to tear that pup up, but that's fine. They keep it well fertilized back here. So that's the mulch so far. My mango over here died in the freeze, and there was a date palm right there that didn't make it either. So I'll plant, right now I'm trying to grow some plums, and I'll probably put a plum right there if I can. But that's this part. I just need more mulch for it. But it's still doing fine. Anything I put in here grows really well. As long as the chickens don't tear it up, it's fine. So over here in the front, I've got the first date palm I planted. It's still alive. It's not growing very quickly this year. I don't know what the deal is, but it is growing. It's just really slow. But it's going on 2 years and survived 2 freezes so far, so it's doing well. Over here, I've got some comfrey, some true comfrey from root cuttings from the front mulch. And I just planted it here probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. There's a tomato and then another sunflower, giving these guys some shade. And then over here, I've got my tree barrier. I don't know if you can see that, but we got apple trees, and then we have moringas in each of these cages. There's a moringa growing. You can't see that one because it's too tiny. But I've got apple, moringa. That one's doing real well. And I just put the seeds down. Another apple tree. That one's going to be real nice. Moringa. The grass is taller than the moringa here. Another apple tree. Another moringa. It's doing just fine. An apple tree. Then another moringa. This one I transplanted. I had planted somewhere else in a pot and I put it over here, and it's doing fine. And then I got another apple right there, and then mulberry. And then over here in the mulch that I did not cover, it's just completely overgrown with grass. So there's mulch under, there's about a foot of mulch under this foot of grass, but it's all grass. There's no weeds or anything. I've got down there's a avocado under the sunflowers and under the grass. I got my tomatoes going, some jalapenos, more tomatoes. There's a moringa right here that has grown from seed last year. Last year I planted it late in the season, and my big one died off. And this one probably was half an inch thick at the trunk, and it died, but it actually came back. I didn't have to replant or anything. It just resprouted, so that's kind of cool. Another jalapeno, some more tomatoes. My bananas trying to get above the grass. This is my original comfrey, and it's just a huge plant. Probably spreads out almost 3 feet by 3 feet, so it's doing well. I'm going to cut it up come the fall and just get a lot of root cuttings from it. Here was the original moringa, probably 3 inches in diameter for the trunk. It died and never came back, but they just get really brittle and basically just fall apart like they're made of styrofoam. Pretty interesting, but like they just rip apart. Weird. Again, another banana trying to get up above the grass. You see it in there. And these are all from last year that are coming back. Let's see. More tomatoes. Those are doing good. And I've got another moringa planted down here under some sunflowers. You can see down there. Then I've got a pine tree somewhere over here. Baby pine tree. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. And the grass just keeps getting taller and taller, but that's the pine tree right there. So it keeps it shaded in this heat. The heat will kill pretty much whatever. Then I've got some asparagus going on, and it's just barely making it above the grass too. So that'll be ready in a year or two. And then I've got the front lined with 4 apples. Let's go over here. So this is the biggest apple. There's another one over here. And another one over here. And then one that got mowed, but it's coming back and doing fine. So that's the front yard. That's what's going on. That's what's going on right now. So that's that. Yeah. I've been doing a farmer's market, me and my mom. And we've been doing pretty decent, just selling stuff in pots, edibles, and some pretty plants like plumerias and beauty berries. Actually sold some marigolds, a few bananas that we dug up, a lot of aloe that I just pulled apart. Oh, and I'm growing some loofah. Let me show you that. Okay, so here's most of the stuff I'm growing from seed. Got the tomatoes over here, and a lot of moringas just started. There's moringa going. And then over here we've got loofahs. These came with, I don't remember, some seeds. I think they came free with the moringa seeds. So here's a loofah, here's a loofah going. I planted some in the back. They're not doing so hot just because of the crazy heat that's going on right now. So all of these, I've got a sunshade out, and they just get mottled sunlight, except for the peppers, they get full sun. That's what's going on now. So if anything changes, it's my rooster. He's venturing out to the front yard and the backyard, the neighbors' yards. crossing the street. I stopped feeding them. I stopped feeding them after the winter, and so now they just forage pretty much 100%. And they're doing fine. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.